my dear fellow survivor. I'm so honored you're here with me today because today I answer a question that so many survivors have before joining our Music Can Heal Me coaching journey. And this question is a question I have myself for many years. How do I make sense of such a senseless act so that I can move forward and somehow start healing and get to my next level on my journey? Rightfully so. This question is very powerful and emotional for me because for the longest time I thought there's just no way out, no way to make sense of any of it really. What I was going through and my two soul angels transitioning, and I thought I would stay stuck like that forever with no way out, no light at the end of the tunnel. But the thing is, there's a light at the end of the tunnel if we start to create a meaning for us. For example, for me, the meaning of my losses was I am not staying a survivor for the rest of my life, but I'm transitioning into a co-creator of my own future with my two soul angels. That's how I started creating meaning in my healing journey. And when I started thinking along those lines, it doesn't mean that the acts themselves started making sense, right? They're still senseless acts. But the thing is, by making sense in my life and starting to co-create with my two soul angels, well, I started to see a different way. Instead of staying stuck in survivor mode forever, I started seeing that I could actually create my own path, that I could actually not follow my two soul angels, but instead walk side by side with them, co-creating those bridges that go from deep pain to very powerful purpose, that go from extreme darkness into the light. And once I started looking at my healing journey like that, well, it made sense for me to help others create their own paths as well. So even if you create right now the smallest amount of meaning for you, and you start to water that seed every day a little bit, right? It could be just with journaling about your thoughts, or singing whatever comes to mind, or having those discussions with your soul angel or angels. And from there, co-creating that meaning and cultivating it so that it really becomes this blossoming flower that you didn't expect existed in the first place because you couldn't see it, right? But if you see a seed and you're tending to the seed every day, then you can start to feel, wow, actually, it's within my power more and more so as I keep cultivating the growth of that seed, right? With my soul angel or angels. So instead of feeling like, it was the end of them, well, it's actually the beginning, right? The beginning of a completely different level of growth for you, my dear fellow survivor. But also, like I said, if you want to help others, well, it's also the beginning of changing the world, right? So it doesn't end when our soul angels transition. It doesn't end there, but it begins there. But you have to make the conscious decision to co-create that meaning. What does it mean for you? How does it begin for you and your soul angels? And co-create from there. My dear fellow survivor, I say this with all my heart. Please take good care of yourself, and may you be filled with music and heal.